Aloha, my name is Tom Tezak, filming on location from the beautiful resort district of McKenna. Fall in love with three. That's what I call this podcast on negotiating. If you are buying and are most concerned with getting the best deal on your next purchase, I tell my buying clients, fall in love with three properties and I'm positive I can get you a great deal on one of them. My experience shows me that when a buyer has choices and is willing to walk away and on to the next property, they are most likely to get the best price on the property they ultimately purchase. This strategy also works well for other big ticket items like cars and airplanes. Having the ability to walk away knowing that there are two other properties that will suit your needs gives you, the buyer, the ultimate control in negotiating. If the seller does not lower their price to meet your offer, you simply go on to the next property. This is where the technique comes into play. When preparing for the negotiations, I like to encourage my clients to be flexible in their needs and take a broader look at what is important and what trade-offs they are willing to make. Once we have the property selected, I encourage the buyer to pick their first and second choice. Once we identify the properties, I recommend we write two offers with our number one choice to be presented first. Now, when I present the offer to the listing agent, I have the ability to let them know that we have interest in multiple properties and we have prepared multiple offers. But we have decided to pursue their listing first. Having the second offer written always gives me, the agent, the confidence to present the first offer to the selling agent or seller with honest sincerity, which is important in negotiating. To go off on a brief tangent, I know some buyers and agents like to present multiple offers at the same time, believing that this puts them in a position of power. However, I think this is a big mistake. Sellers and sellers' agents feel compromised and know that even if they accept the offer, the buyer can tell them they decided to go with another property. As a general rule, I only encourage my sellers to participate in negotiations that are an even playing field and recommend they avoid negotiating from such a weak position. Anyway, back to my strategy on multiple offers. If the seller does not accept the first offer and counters back, this is the time when the buyer makes a choice based on the counteroffer they receive. The buyer can do one of three things: accept the seller's counteroffer and close the deal, counter the seller back with a new counteroffer, or go on to the second choice property and present the second offer. When I present the second offer, I'm very clear with the seller or the seller's agent that we made a run at a different property first and received a counteroffer, and have decided to try for this property next before we go back to the first property. If the second seller is motivated, this will generally get that seller to very seriously consider accepting your offer. If you receive a counteroffer from seller number 2, you can then go back to the first property with another counteroffer using the second property as leverage. Or if you prefer, you can go after the third property and again, be clear with the seller's agent the process you are going through. This technique may create some anxiety for the sellers, but as long as you are honest and above board, it will shake out the most motivated seller and you will end up getting a great deal on the property you purchase. If you have any questions about Maui real estate, please give me a call. I can be reached direct at 808-280-2055, toll free at 866-752-4663, or if you prefer, email me at tom@tomtezak.com. So remember, if you want the best price on your next big purchase, fall in love with three and you'll be sure to get a great deal on one of them. So from Maui, let me remind you, life is precious. Make it count.